going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Freak comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott, and it's Butler in for Aaron Brooks. On the court for the Trailblazers, Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Kaman in at the 5. Roman the paint.
How are you?
How
Holy
about the
fucking smoke.
execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed.
Come on.
Perfectly executed.
Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Jackson.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
The hell was that?
And here we go. Trail.
That athletic.
Yeah.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how Clark, brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
And that one's good. Free. We've got 1:23 left here in the second. Lillard outside. There's the pick. Off the screen. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Kaman.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And
Oh, come on.
44 seconds left in the first half. The slam dunk by Aminu.
A nice run they put together here.
Not a slam dunk.
Closer.
Yeah, they got hot. And I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Inside. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Leonard.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here is Lillard. From deep three-point range. And a pretty tough.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
So far in the
Chicago going with an almost entire. Fairly new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Freak comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Rose in at the 4 spot. Brooks out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Nikola Mirotic, and it's Gibson in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics really lit it up from the floor. He finished 21 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, Gio?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
That's doubting for Chicago. They won that game against Boston.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Here's Kaman using his post move to get the 2 points. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Here's Crabbe, and he banks in the lane. Crabbe's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on.
And here are the Bulls now. Outside Rose. He kicks to Freak. Leonard
Come on.
with the steal. Jackson drives in, and it's Aminu in the corner. Nice open look, but it's no good. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. Just checked in for Pau Gasol. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Jackson comes in for Crabbe. On the floor for Portland. Myers Leonard is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Aminu in. At the small forward. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard with the steal. Stolen by Rose. Butler with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Rose kicks to Freak. Fader on the way. Can't get it to go. Now Portland takes it the other way. Jackson passes to Leonard. Aminu dishes to Plumlee. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. He gets here now for a three-point play.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
For the Trailblazers. Wow,
that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And the dunk by Vonleh.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Feeds it to Plumlee. Oh! That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? That man can climb a ladder.
Freak. At the line for the Bulls.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 7. And both free throws good from Freak.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
A wide open look for Plumlee. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Grove. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
I want you to focus on getting to the rim. Let's look to attack quickly. We need high percentage shots. Move the ball around and make the defense rotate.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. He challenged this group to really go for it, saying, now's the time when winners take control. Now let's go out there and take it to them. Guys, a nice pep talk. We'll see if he got him going.
And Lillard kicks to Crabbe. They set the pick. And stolen by Freak. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instincts grade to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
There's a minute left in the game. They double him with Noah. Here's Lillard. It falls.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Rose dishes to Freak. Now here's McDermott. He's covered by Aminu. Here's Grove. It falls. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Come on.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Here's Rose. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. He feeds it to Freak.
Come on, that's T.
Lillard pulls it down. And they foul intentionally.
Fuck.
They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point
Fuck,
game.
man.
Good
Si
work at the
boy.
line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Here's Grove. Buries it. And now they trail by just 4. Here is Plumlee. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Joakim Noah. That's his 3rd personal foul. At the line for the Bulls.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. There's Rose with the 3. Vonleh with the rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 7-point game. Five seconds left in the fourth. Here's Grove. And so it's Portland winning this one.
Bah,
A
bah,
truly
bah, bah,
gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Damian Lillard. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
What I like most about Lillard is that you never see him play out of control. He's got a poise that not very many guys have, point guard or otherwise. And there's no question about his scoring ability. Just look at what he did tonight.
They asked an awful lot from him.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Phoenix Suns. And guys, for the Suns, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. You look at the roster of the Suns for this season and the past few seasons, and you'll notice a common theme. Boy, they got a lot of guards. What do you think, Kenny?
Well, it's nice to have a multiple of guys who can handle the basketball, do certain things, change things up. But, you know, sometimes that not having a lead guard hurts you down the stretch in close games.
You know, and their decision to load up on guards was part of the reason why Dragic won it out. But having a lot of guards work for the Golden State Warriors, they won a championship. Will it work for Phoenix? We shall see.
Well, let us get down to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Taking a look at Chicago, this is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they've looked decidedly average here in the early stages of the season. And that's shocking when you consider the kind of success they're coming off from a year ago.
Yeah, it really is shocking. I mean, they're a team with too much talent to be toiling in the middle of the pack. It's going to take somebody lighting a fire under these guys.
And it's the Suns. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. On the court for the Suns. Bledsoe and I to the backcourt. Then there's Len. Then there's Anthony Morrow. And it's Hansen in at the 4 slot. Bledsoe for 3. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following a loss to Utah.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Phoenix. The Bulls shooting their first free throw tonight. 1:50 left in the first quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far. I don't think fancy spin moves are his strong suit. He should stay away from that stuff because apparently it only throws off his shot.
Brooks kicks to Freak. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Now here's Knight. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Jazz, that's for sure. And there's the defensive second call. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And it's the Suns with the ball. 8-point game. Kicks to Morrow. He feeds it to Len. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Suns miss again. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's Freak, top of the key. The kick outside to Butler. The feed to Freak. tries it from 9. Another one falls for Chicago.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now here's Knight. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. To the inside, and stolen by Knight. And here we go with Morrow running it up the court.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the...
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
The Suns shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And that one falls for Knight.
Bullshit.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And that one falls for Knight. Chicago leading by 6. Butler passes to Brooks. Down low. Puts it up from 12. Here's Gibson. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Come on.
Gibson's got 6.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it.
Oh.
Get the putback.
And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team. Chandler's long been the kind of player I'll go. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Freak comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic has checked in for Doug McDermott. And it's Butler in for Aaron Brooks. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. We've got Len. He's out there with Anthony Morrow. And it's Galloway in at the 2.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was simply terrific. He had 20 points, but also came away with 5 big rebounds. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now here's Freak. 20 points for him last game against Portland. And he gets it to go. Freak's got 4 points this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
It's Knight with the drive. Again, Phoenix.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
To the paint. Here's Grove. No good. And Phoenix the other way now. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
An East-West showdown. Only one of 2 games
between
these squads.
And because of that, the time is now to seize control of the matchup. We'll see who strikes first. He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Out left to the wing. Here's Morrow. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz. Here's Hansen. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That'll do it for the first.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before we begin. At the offensive end of the floor, it's been a very intelligent display. We're hitting our shots because we're only taking smart shots, and that's the way we want to do it. I did like the scoring punch we got off the bench. That heated things up for us when we had to have a little something extra. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
What a game for Rose. He has 11 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really put on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Freak comes in. For Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Bro in at power forward. Brooks out there with Jimmy Butler. That's Taj Gibson. And it's Mirotic in at the 3, the small forwards. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Suns have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Stolen by Brooks. Gibson up top. Passes to Butler. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Brooks. Langston Galloway's checked in for the Suns.
He's been to the line here more than in the first. I thought he was a bit tentative in that first, but I like the aggressiveness he's showing here now.
Knight against Rose. The pass to Hansen. Here's Morrow. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Clock at 2. Knight for 3. And that one's good. Knight's got 13 points.
Nice stroke from long range. And if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
And Mirotic kicks to Freak from 10 feet out. That shot's off. He's made half and missed half of his 8 shots. Galloway, the pass to Morrow. Mirotic grabs the miss.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Now here's Freak. D right on him. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
The Bulls leading by 7. Rose kicks to Freak. The jump hook. No.
Come on.
And Phoenix has come the other way.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Well, Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Rose dishes to Freak. Back to Rose. To the inside. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Rose. And that's now 10 points for Freak. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the third. From deep. No good on that last second attempt there. And the final period of play just about to start. Checked in for Chicago.
Hansen.
Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Setting the floor for the Suns. Warren is out there with Chandler. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Booker in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Freak. Shot clock at 6. Over in the corner, Rose. The 11-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Bulls lead by 11.
You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
Chandler a screen. Jumper off the screen. Warren, good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's McDermott. Butler kicks to Freak. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Suns trail by 11. Stolen by Rose. Ball going up court. Nice shot by McDermott. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for Chicago.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Now here's Chandler. Down low, here's Warren. Breaks it off the glass. Warren's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Outside Rose. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Chandler. The dish to McDermott. Noah the screen. Clock at 4. Rose. Kept alive. Here's Grove. That's tipped. Chandler with the steal.
Olha.
Bledsoe passes to Warren. Bledsoe outside. Here's Hansen. Rebound by the Bulls. Freak's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this 2-2.
And it's been a well-rounded strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels. He power serves that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
McDermott kicks to Rose. To the paint. Here's Grove. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 16 points for Freak.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Phoenix making a change here. Lewis checked in. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. Warren with the ball. Butler covering. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
Really simple opportunity for him. I mean, that's his bread and butter there.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And I like what they've done here. Made the plays they had to. That's why they'll be going up 1-0 in their season series against the Suns.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Derrick Rose. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Just 5 on the clock. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Noah with the block.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys. More desire to secure the ball.
And he gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 17.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Pass to Lure. Chandler is screen. And Lure kicks to Bledsoe. Rebound by Rose.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Rose. Top of the key, Rose. To the paint. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Out to the right wing. To the middle. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Rose.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.
Man amongst boys tonight.
Whew.
This win was punctuated by some quality defensive plays. How important is the defensive execution to your success?
Well, defense got to be always our motor. You know, if we get some stops, we're doing a good job defensively, everything will be okay from that point on. So we just got to continue to emphasize our defense.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. He was a powerful offensive weapon tonight, scoring a double-double with points and assists, and that was the catalyst for this victory.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if he's one-on-one or one-on-five. That is a great percentage.
We saw Rose explode tonight. This dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
All right.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Checking out the 76ers. These guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. Guys, let's talk about Nerlens Noel. Really made the most of his rookie season, which was actually, if you want to say, it was his second season.
Yeah, it really wasn't a rookie.
But it really, technically, he was a rookie.
Okay.
After sitting out after the ACL surgery.
Yeah.
So defensively, what do you think?
Yeah, but you know, when you sit down and watch for a year on an NBA bench, I think that was an incredible advantage for him as a defender, because he changes a lot of shots, because now he can read the defenses better, and he's a terrific ball hawk, gets lots of steals. This guy has a bright future.
So he's a rookie, but he's got a lot more knowledge of the NBA
Without
game
question.
than he would of a guy who's actually in his first year.
And he has the potential to be one of the best defensive big men in the entire league.
Wow.
If he can.
On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Chicago Bulls are ready for this thing to get started. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Philadelphia 76ers came away with the win, their last meeting this season against Chicago.
How about the rhythm they got into offensively there? That no doubt in my mind what the result was going to be once they started to click.
Really impressive, partner, because they simply put it on cruise control.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Rose attacking, and he jams it with authority.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
On defense, Philadelphia. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Down low, here's Okafor. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Now here's Freak. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
Brooks covering. To the middle. And stolen by Freak. And Brooks. Here we go. Butler on the way. To the paint. Freak with it. He's against Okafor. And it's Freak missing. The 76ers lead. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Thompson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Brooks kicks to Mirotic. Gibson passes to Butler. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Jeremy Grant comes in for Robert Covington. And here are the 76ers now. Here's Embiid, and he finishes nicely on the way.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's Gibson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Brooks dishes to Freak. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. Shot is up.
Come on.
And Philadelphia the other way now. Grant, right side.
Switch defender.
Brooks against Thompson. Back to Grant from past the arc. Rebound by Butler. Bulls trail by 3. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter.
Pass the ball.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Butler with the steal. 23 seconds left to play in the first. And Gibson kicks to Mirotic. 6 to shoot. Now Freak takes it from 10, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Freak's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, what's your take on both teams making some changes here? And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Freak is out there with Mirotic, and it's Gibson in at the center. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And a nice soft touch on the boards.
And you know, when you have that gentle a touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Yeah, but how about the fight there prior to that ball being available? That's what I like and what you need to really focus on when they have plays like that.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns was superb. He ended with 20 points, but also put up 4 boards. This was a big win for him and his team as they snap a losing streak with that win, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Mirotic passes to Freak. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Embiid with the screen on Rose. Inside, and Embiid throws it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Noel dishes to Thompson. And Mirotic sends it back. And he recovers it. 5 on the clock. Embiid.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after
Come
that.
on.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
15 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And that one's good. Embiid's got 10 points in the game.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And the first half is...
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. I'll say this. We kept a very tight handle on the basketball, and that's something I always like to see. The fewer turnovers, the better, obviously. Keep your heads on a swivel out there. I haven't liked our lack of production in the paint. We're not working hard enough to get the...
Okay, Philadelphia, let's get a hand. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Joel. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Freak comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. The lengthy duo of Noel and Embiid down low. Then there's Grant. Then there's Ish Smith. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And that one's good. Freak.
He's yours. He's yours.
1:56 left in the third quarter. Here's Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Passes it to Noel. Here's Embiid. Soft touch off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 5.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. It's off, but still a great shooting night. 6 of 8 from the field in the game. Brooks against Smith. Brooks kicks to Freak. Fires from 14. And Embiid with the block. Defended by Butler. The dish to Embiid. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the 76ers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
That one goes. Count it. 11 points for Freak. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Butler against Smith. Tipped away. Just 4 to shoot. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Mirotic, and he slams it one-handed.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Smith with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Butler. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the
steal, come on.
To so alertly turn it into a...
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Some changes here for the 76ers. Noel's checked in for Arlington, and Smith subbed in for Hollis Thompson. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Freak's checked in for Pau Gasol. So for Chicago right now, Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. Noah is out there with Freak, and it's McDermott in at the small forward position.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Here's Grove, and it's off the back rim, no good.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those little things, Clark, has been rebounding. They've come out and taken complete control of that glass.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Noah, the pass to Rose. And the Bulls with another miss.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Noel, a screen on Noah. Smith drives in. It's blocked, and they get it back. Okafor gets the bucket.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Rose dishes to Freak. The 11-footer. Good. He hits the jump shot.
Well, you've got to like the focus that they're showing here in the second half. I see a lot more effort as well. I mean, it's amazing when you lock in mentally and bring some energy and intensity, things can pick up in a positive way for you.
And it's Okafor missing.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Here's Grove. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Freak. He's got 13 points and some big-time defense with the 3 steals, too.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let-up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court. Boy, a perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game. Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Butler kicks to Rose. Freak with it. He's working on Boozer. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut back down to 6. They get the basket from Freak.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
Thompson outside, poked loose. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Off the inbound. Chicago grabs the miss. Freak's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Rose. The shot misses. Smith with the defensive effort.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close.
And the dunk by Boozer.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Here's Grove. Rebound by Carlos Boozer. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
And Thompson kicks to Smith. And a
come on.
Him, but it sinks right in.
Fucking gained the ball yet, Carlos.
10-point 76ers lead. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against Phoenix. Freak with it. He's working on Boozer. Freak passes to Butler. Dishes to Freak. Back to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. From 11 feet away. And it falls over the rim and in.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Greg. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
Chicago foul call. Freak. That's his second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
For 3.
So the 76ers went.
Well, a terrific win, Carlos. And how would you rate the team's performance right now and how the game...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. And Shaq, I can tell you want to say something. Your comments?
Well, his passing, his instincts on offense, those were the keys to the game. He was spreading the ball around, keeping everyone involved. Most importantly, he was creating high-quality shots and racking up the assists. Overall, great game.
He put on such a well-rounded display offensively. He knew exactly what he wanted to do to break down the defense. Even when they made adjustments on him, he adapted. He said, okay, I can handle it. I'll step aside, do something different.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have it.
you're always going to have people who don't.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he can do it for 40. And then he can do it for playoff time. So I do think the knee surgeries took a little toll on him. As they
Yo, Freak, what's up?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
How's the family? CC good?
Yeah, she's good. They're all good. Nice knowing you have family to have your back all the time.
Sure. You got to keep the support system. Makes a big difference over a long season. Good luck tonight, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, you know we're taking this one, right?
Not a chance, Freak.
It's a West versus East contest here in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, as the Bulls play one at home. We're all set to play NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at Golden State. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
Kevin, you're right. It has not been pretty of late for this team.
Entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Big Dog comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Ian Clark subbed in for Thompson. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Barnes and Green are the forward set. Ryan Roberts out there with Ian Clark, and it's Spates in at the 5 roaming the paint. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These 2 guards are the most accurate in the league. Jimmy Butler, 4th.
You know, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable and consistent shooters. It's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
Well, it does smooth things out for a team to have a 2 guard like one of the guys we're seeing there. I mean, you don't need to draw up anything fancy for these fellas. Just call an isolation and they'll get you something good. And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it?
Here's Grove. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Kevin, here's where the Warriors rank in the NBA over the last month. 2nd in steals, 2nd in three-point field goal percentage. And they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl. And I think that mentality is what bothers opponents.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one almost always deadly when he's that open. And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Barnes against Butler. Barnes dishes to Clark. And he gets it to go. Clark's got his first 2 points of the night. Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to New York.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, You hate to lose in OT, no matter how hard you played. You want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Here's Big Dog, covered by Barnes. Throw. He sinks the 11-footer. Big Dog's got 8 points.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Inside, here's Spates. No luck. Great D that time from Gibson.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Mirotic. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Here's Barnes, and he uses the glass on the layup. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Brooks, the pass to Big Dog. He kicks to Gibson, and that one's good.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
With 1 on the clock, can't get it to go. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened in NBA history. Pau talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark. Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA. Almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Big Dog comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott, and it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Aaron Brooks. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Harrison Barnes comes in for Draymond Green. Brandon Rush, who's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Ian Clark. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Klay Thompson and Brandon Rush at the 2 and 3. Harrison Barnes is out there with Maurice Spates. And it's Roberts in at the point guard position. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers played some outstanding basketball. He ended with 17 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Barnes. Well, Chicago has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. From 15 feet away, another one falls for Chicago.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
Here's Roberts. 10 points for him. Thompson outside, beyond the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
It's all tied.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. What's working and what's not working for you guys out here tonight?
You know, they clog the lane, and they play great help defense. We got to keep driving and kicking, doing a great job sharing the ball, and we just play unselfish. We'll be great in the second half.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball game, but remember, this is our house.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. So, Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson. Gibson's checked in for Noah. Big Dog comes in for Pau Gasol. Mirotic is checked in for Doug McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Ezeli. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Brian Roberts. Grove, he's in at the 4 spot. Jimmy Butler is out there with Brooks. And there's Nikola Mirotic, and it's Gibson in at the
Non, je crois que t'avais essayé de la mettre dessus.
So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Derrick Rose is checked in for Chicago. The Warriors shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Gibson a screen. Rose kicks to Gibson. No good. Great D that time from Green.
On va pas le sentir sur l'ingénieur, mais c'est pas de la fumée.
Passes it to Spates. 1:56 left in the third. Nobody near Barnes. Off target from three-point range. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
No good from Big Dog. Golden State's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Got that bucket in no time at all. 16 points for Barnes.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Rose dishes to Mirotic. Butler in the corner. There's Big Dog, headed by Green. Back to Butler. 5 to shoot. Here's Grove. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. The Warriors leading. Clark kicks to Spates. Rebound by the Bulls. Big Dog's got his 3rd rebound tonight. He feeds it to Gibson. Butler passes to Big Dog. 13 feet away. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
It looks like he bit off a little more than he could chew with that spin move.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. That's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And there's the pass to Mirotic, and stolen by Barnes. Now the dish to Clark. Here's Spates. A chance to extend the lead. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Big Dog, he's checked in for Gasol. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Iguodala, the 3 with Barnes, the stretch 4. Ryan Roberts out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Ezeli in at the 5 down low. Iguodala outside, down to 5 on the shot clock.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Rose passes to Big Dog. Rose.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers. Looking at the game Rose has been having, he's got 8 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc. He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. There's the pick. Barnes kicks to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Grove. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And now it's only a 5-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept him in.
Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his third rebound tonight. And stolen by Butler. Right side Rose. Pass to Big Dog. Lets it go from deep. No good. And Golden State will come the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Iguodala dishes to Barnes. Can't cash in from a high post.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Come
No
on.
good from Big Dog.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And the Warriors miss again.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
Oh.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that you know, just happened.
I think it
They're playing too much on the flip to duck the ball.
I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
All right, Doris. Butler passes to Big Dog. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his fourth assist in this one.
some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. 1:24 left in the fourth. Green, the screen. On the wing, Green shoots it. The rebound by Noah. Noah's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Rose passes to Big Dog. Jacks up a three. The rebound by Ezeli.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And the Warriors miss again.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Steps back and fires. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now. I tell you what, this is the white-hot version of Derrick Rose right now.
Hein? Je sais pas.
And the Warriors with possession here. It's a one-point game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. A three ball. Knocks down the trifecta.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
And here are the Bulls now. Pass to Big Dog. Back to Rose. Here's Grove. Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Right. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. So Golden State will get the first one. So we see the Warriors get the win here. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber.
What the fuck?
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan player, Harrison Barnes.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a
Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go.
Oh, yes.
All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Nice work, nice work. Let's get some more shots up before we get out of here.